Hello children, this is Preeti Chauhan, your business study teacher, and today we are going to discuss about chapter number 3, that is business environment, topic number 2. As in the first lecture of this chapter, I have introduced you the concept of business environment, the feature of business environment and the importance of business environment. And today video we will be discussing about the element or dimension of business environment. Now, before going through with the dimension of business environment deeply, you should be knowing what dimension basically means. The dimension of business environment can be understood by the factor or the element of business environment or the element of the environment which affect your business environment. Now, all those factors or all those elements which affect your business from the outside can be known as the dimension of business environment. Now, in this chapter, we will discuss about the 5 important dimensions of business environment. These are social environment, technological environment, political environment, legal environment, economic environment. So, you can see that business environment are mostly affected from these five elements which affect it from the outside. How the society affect us, that is known as social environment. How the technology upgradation will affect your business enterprises, we will study in technological environment. How the political condition of your country will affect our business, that is political environment. And how the legal laws, legislature will affect us basically means affect the business, we will read in legal environment. And how the economic condition of your country is going to affect your business, that we will see in economic environment. So let's start the first one, that is your social environment. Now, in the social environment, as from the word only it's clear, this is related with the society. How the society custom, how the society traditions, how the value of the society are going to affect your business, that is called social environment. So you can see the definition also here. The social environment of a business include the social forces like custom, traditions, values, social trends, society expectation from business, etc. Tradition defines social practice that have lasted for centuries. It basically means the tradition which are present in the society, our custom, our forces, our values which are present in the society, how they are going to affect our business, we call that as a social environment. For example, like when we have Diwali, Eid, Christmas and Guru Parv in our country, we used to celebrate in a huge manner. Basically, at the time of Diwali, we used to give gifts to each other, sweets to each other and the cards to each other. And that is time when the demand for the sweets, cards and gift get increased. And with this increase in demand, it's going to give positive effect to the business environment, because the demand will increase for that particular product, where the business owner has to produce more and more that particular product, which will give him profit. So you can see the link, the society demand which is affecting the business enterprises, that is called the social environment. Now coming through with the next dimension, and that is your technological environment. Now here in this factor we will read how the technology changes are going to affect our business enterprises. Now you can see from here also, technological environment includes forces relating to scientific improvement and innovation which provide new ways of producing goods and services and new method and technique of operating a business. It basically means whenever there is any changes in the technology, whenever there is any old technology get upgraded, it's going to directly affect our business. If you talk about the technological environment, it will include all the forces which called as scientific improvement also, and which is innovation also. Innovation basically means where you will get a new method, where you will get a new way of producing a particular goods and services. And this technology upgradation, this new method of producing goods and services are going to be affect whom? To the business enterprises, because they have to work according to the demand of the society. And if the society will use the new technology, they have to go through with this only. So the technological environment demand or the technological environment changes also change the business enterprises. Now coming through with the next one, and the next element of the business environment dimension was E for economic environment. Now from the name only it should be clear to you that this dimension is basically related with the money. like interest rate, inflation rate, change in income of people, stock market, and the value of rupees are some of the economic factor that can affect management practice in a business enterprises. It basically means economic environment include all those economic factor which can affect the business enterprises. And what are these economic factor? These are the interest rate. If the interest rate will change, if suppose you have taken a loan from somewhere as a business enterprises and the interest rate get increased, it's going to affect you negatively. Same thing, inflation rate also. The higher will be the inflation rate, the consumer, it's really difficult for them to purchase it. Change in income of the people. Change in income of the people basically means if the people have the more income, they will have more and more demand. In that case, it will give a positive effect to the business enterprises. Same thing, stock market. So these all are the economic factors which affect our business enterprises into positive also or sometime in negative also. Now the next dimension of business environment is political environment. Now how the political environment of a country affect the business enterprises. Now political environment include the political conditions such as general stability and peace in the country and specific attitude that elected government representative hold towards business. It basically means the political environment see that what was the condition of a political parties inside the country. If in the country there is a peace, it's going to affect your business positively. If the attitude of the political parties are not positive towards the business, then in that case the business are going to be affected negatively. So these are the political environment which affect the business, sometime positive also and sometime negative also. Now next is legal environment. Now legal environment include various legislation passed by the government, administrative order issued by the government authorities, court judgment, as well as the decision rendered by the various commission and agencies at every level of government, center, state or local. Now legal environment can be understood by the legislation which are there inside the country regarding the business enterprises. If the laws are very strict for the business enterprises, then it's difficult for a business to continue for a long period of time. Like if you talk about new economic policy 1991, before that there was a strict rules and regulations, right? So it's become very difficult for a business to run in a profit manner. But after 1991 economic policy, we have came with LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, which remove lots of restriction. They have passed lots of legislation and laws which remove lots of restriction from different type of business, which make a business more easier to work, right? So this is a way how these all different 5 type of dimension of a business affect the business enterprises. Thank you.